And as you know, you say the best for last. I want to get you in the mood, get you in the groove, and get you out here for lunch, okay? So hopefully that'll wake you up and get you ready, okay? I'm gonna be quick. Remember the 4 B's, be good, be concise, and be gone. That's what I'm gonna do. Okay, as you can see,
There we go.
you go to the next slide.
You got the clicker. Should work.
Okay, as you can see, I'm talking about engaging the communities. And I have Marion County and Harris County, with Bennie, College, Ellerslie, and Hamilton. And I focus on population 18 to 25. And the first thing they told me was, Ben, if you want us to engage with you, you gotta take the suit and tie off, roll up your sleeves, and let's become partners. And so this is when we broke grounds and we hit the ground running. Okay, this is some of the things we've done. The sobriety check with ID compliance. We purchased FSTs for all the law enforcement with both my communities, which was the community in Harris County and in Marion County. We purchased 8 of those FSTs. And when we walk into the community, we didn't just walk in and tell them what you gotta do. We found out what they want to do according to when we did our assessment. Okay? And then we plan and conduct meetings with local officials and law enforcement personnel. I did that one-on-one with the sheriff, the chief of police, and with me having a law enforcement background, it was a great connection. We could talk their garbage and talk about things that they need, what we asked them us to do, and they was willing with open arms. Also, we met with retailers who serve alcohols, and I held community forums. And at the community forums, we invited people in. The community stakeholders, 18 to 25, their parents, and people in the community that had a concern about the community. And responsibility service training, what we've done with that is, we plan to conduct an individual meeting with responsible owners, managers, and the retailers to find out a test to say how you feel about, one, reducing the insurance costs when you got a retailer and selling alcohol, okay? Some was kind of like, we don't have that problem right now, and some were like, well, tell me more about it. And as I talked to them and created a volunteer pledge for them to sign, I didn't give it to them then, but I just tested the waters. We did a contract with online server training, right? And that company is, they give us a online server training, they get a certificate. With that certificate, when they attend the training, they'd be able to show us a 4-hour training class that they go to with their servers who serve alcohol. And what that does for them is allow them to, one, to better their quality and employee and give them a chance to help be involved, have a certificate, and know that, hey, they are certified to serve alcohol. They know the law, they know the rule. It ain't just, I'm gonna hire you today and tomorrow you'll be gone, but it gives them some clarity about what they gotta do when they're serving alcohol. I hold community forums with the stakeholders to talk about why we wanted them to, down the road, to look at how important this would be if we got them to be able to commit to volunteering to do the server training. And then I'm looking at down the road sustainability is putting the ordinance in place when they're either renewal license or new retail stores open, that they will have to at least have this training to show that they are accountable. The sobriety checkpoint with ID compliance. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. My slides must be hungry. Okay, and as you can see, right, the last strategy we're going to start next year is minimizing signage. Okay, and it is restricting alcohol advertising and promotion. Meet with city and county official. What I've done, I met with a city manager in Harris County who has, when he was over in another county, he had something like this already in place. So it was kind of like an easy win-win-win. So during the time this year, well, we met with him in March and April, we was getting ready to start a new election. And so he said, well, what the best thing to do is that we need to just hold back with this right now because they get ready to change officials, election runoff, and I want to get something out there. Then some for the new one coming in might say, no, that's not a good idea. I want to get elected next year, so let's try to hold back. And so we're holding back on that, but come next year, the ground running, we're going to start back putting the ordinance together, take it to city council, to attorney, the county attorney, and get him to look at it, tell her how we should write it, and then he's going to put it before the county commissioners, my community in Harris and Bennie, the city council, saying they think it's a great idea. Only thing is with them that they're sharing the same lawyer. City and the county is sharing the same lawyer, but once we get it done in Harris County, we're going to take it to Marion County, and Marion County, which is Bennie Vista, say, hey, we can piggyback and do the exact same thing because it's much needed. And as you can see, now that I'm starting, we don't have billboards in my community, okay? And what I got the sheriff and both communities to agree is to allow me to use their picture to show that this is their action, that they want to help us to take action against underage binge and heavy drinking in the community. And they thought it was a great idea, but they said, where are you going to put them first? Okay? I said, we're going to put them in the latrine, the bathroom, the toilet, so we keep the flies out and keep it clean. And they thought it was really fun. I said, no, where we're going to put these signs is where most of the 18 to 25 hang out. They hang out at the corner store, they hang out at football games, hang out in the gym, and they hang out at recreation centers. So I got 4 of each, and I'm putting them in each designated area, and every 30 days, I change. And I noticed I got one hanging up this weekend where the kids hang out at the store. You can go by the store and see there's very few kids hanging out at that location, you know, because they know that, hey, there's something there to deter them from being in that area trying to get alcohol. My retailers, they embraced it. I put one in the store, and they thought it was great. And as you see, this is Sheriff Jolly. He's over in Harris County, and he and I, you know, we talk all the time. He got my cell phone, I got his cell phone. And if there's anything we're doing a sobriety check, he'll call me and say, hey, look, you want to come out? We're doing a sobriety check this weekend. You're more than welcome to come to look and see and serve. Because I told him, you know, we want to track everybody, but I want to focus on the 18 to 25 to make sure we keep them safe and keep them off the road. And he always has his chief call me on Monday and say, hey, look, Bennie, we did the sobriety road check. The only thing we stopped was an old man and a guy with possession of marijuana on fictitious license. He said, we didn't get your target, but hey, we're working on it. So, you know, it lets you know that, hey, look, they working with me, and she said, I scratch his back, he scratched my back, right? And, you know, like I told him, next year, all these will come down, because next year's election year, so I don't want nobody thinking that we were trying to do a promotion for him for election. So I don't play the political thing, and I told him up front, I want to get it done this year, but start next year, you won't see them up at all. And as you can see here, this is what we did for the community engagement. You can see over my left corner, that is where my retailer signed his first pledge after our RBS training workshop. Okay, we had a 3-hour workshop explaining to my go online how to get them to volunteer to say that they'll get his people trained, and he signed and took a picture, and his wife down in the corner, I mean, she's happy. She signed one saying, hey, look, you know, we think it's a great idea if it's going to help us with our insurance and help us to make sure that the kids know that we are totally against selling underage. If you notice up there, this guy here is trying to hit on this lady at one of my Head Start banquet, right? So during that time, you know, I don't know what happened in the night, but I know she was smiling. Before she came in, she wasn't smiling, but she left, she was smiling, okay? So up in the middle, that's when we first started in the community, right? We were doing the GED class, and that is my target, 18 to 25, right? And we present a certificate to them for their campaign to be able to understand, be against binge and heavy drinking. And over in the left corner is where we had our first RBS workshop, and there's is the group with my stakeholders and my GED class. They was there. There was 25 of them there. And not only that, they got a chance to talk to retailers about getting a job if they go through this training and get a certificate. So I thought, that's a win-win-win. So if I allow them to at least go through, they will be able to get through, and they'll be able to have a job when they finish and get their GED. So that's what's called community engagement, you know? It's a win-win situation. I don't see you getting jolly. Okay, last but not least, as you can see, this is Sheriff Neal. He's up in Marion County, okay? He's a fairly new sheriff, right? Just got elected 2 years ago. Same time I came to the community, he came to the community. And when I asked him about being partners, he thought it was a great idea. But let me tell y'all a great story here quickly. There was a guy in the community that wanted to just retire from the military and want to connect with the sheriff and say, hey, I want to go into the school and start talking about alcohol and drugs. The sheriff said, hold up. Say, Bennie got that locked down. We work with him. So, you know, if you ain't got no credentials to talk about getting into the school system, my resource officer only letting Bennie into the school system. So y'all need to get off my property, get off my ground before I arrest you. And then he called me right away with my cell phone. He said, Bennie, guess what? This crazy guy told me he wanted to do some alcohol prevention in the school, and you already got that doing. So I think with the partnership I have that already on lockdown. And as you see down here, you can see I'll start from my left. This is where we did a bus workshop, and we did the Bill Pickett Rodeo right here in Conyers, Georgia. And I took my stakeholders and my 18 to 25, and we did a workshop, and we did surveys on the bus, and I had their audience, okay? And let me tell you, you know, it's called sustainability. Now they're raising money themselves to get the bus for next year so that they can come out to the rodeo, because it's something, once you start it, they'll continue. And they asked me, could I come out and give them more classes? And I said, hey, a free ride, I'll take it. Okay? And as you see the group in the middle, then over to the right is where we had our Family Connection banquet. They allow me to bring my volunteers in at their banquet, and we talk about the statistics, the status, and what we're doing in the community. And at that, they got a chance to dress up, their black, white attire, and we gave awards that night. And the bottom left, you can see those attendees. And in the middle, right, when we first got in the community, we did the softball tournament, 18 to 25, to include the military, and we had them out there playing ball. And at that point, we had the goggles out there in the tent, and we used the goggles so that they could see how to use the goggles, vision goggles. And the last one was a college tour we did for the GED class. And that is the end.
Questions? What's for lunch is the question, right?
Yes, yes.
All right. So just a reminder, after lunch, so I've got 12, 13, 14. So let's go 1:15 into your networking session. So once again, Macintosh is here, PSN is here at 1:15. Legal is in Highland. Compliance checks are in Clayton, and social host is in Coweta. So I have no idea where lunch is, so just use your nose and it's probably that way somewhere.